thanks to everyone for coming out today. This is a historic day in London. This 23-acre site has been part of London for over 100 years, manufacturing cereal and contributing to the local economy. It was a dark day in London when Kellogg made the decision to shut down this 1 million square foot facility. But today, we start a new chapter. One that will chart a new course for this venue, attract new tourists, create jobs, and stimulate the local economy. Today you will hear plans for Phase 1 of 100 Kellogg. This phase includes an adventure entertainment area called The Factory. You get the sense of the factory from the feel of this building, the look of our podium, a brewery named Silverstacks, and an office tower with unique amenities, and a warehouse tenant called Drexel. Now, I'd like to introduce Dan Cassidy, who is the general manager and partner for The Factory, who will share the exciting plans for his business.
Like Chris said, guys, I'm one of the partners. We have three other partners that are pretty amazing. They don't like to be in the spotlight as much, but I just want to let you know that they're as excited about this project as we all are, or I am. It's pretty exciting what we have going on here. So the factory itself is going to be a world-class destination for adventure and fun here in London. You know, we started off with the conversation back in January when we found this space and took a look at it and said, what can you do with this? And we came up with some pretty exciting things to do. So what we're going to do is we're putting a 170,000 square foot indoor adventure park here in the city, right here in the heart, in the iconic Kellogg's building, as Chris referenced. It's going to have North America's largest indoor ropes course. So in this space, you're going to have a tower at this end and a tower at this end with zip lines that join the two back and forth. The tower is going to go up to 75 feet in height and have like 95 different obstacles to go through. Right? So it's all about, fun and engagement. There's going to be obstacles for every level. So you don't have to be a superstar to climb it. Chubby old men like me can do it. And young athletes can do it. There's lots of different folks that can enjoy what we're doing here. Underneath that, we're going to put one of the largest trampoline parks in Ontario. You can see the renderings in the back wall. We're going to have things out there like a dodgeball court, something called the meltdown, where the arms spin around and you have to jump over the arms constantly and challenge your friends. A battle beam. So we've already talked about it as a company. We're going to solve all our debates on the battle beam. So you get up there and you get those giant Q-tips from Gladiator and you beat each other up with them until you decide who wins the argument. So that's how we're going to work it. We're also going to have a soft play area for the kids. So up in an area over adjacent to this room, we want to make sure that the whole family can enjoy it. So like 0 to 8. We're going to have an area with tunnels and slides and climbing areas and jumping bags to make sure the whole family and everybody can enjoy what we're building here. We've got partners that we're bringing in to do escape rooms, axe throwing, golf simulators, as well as an arcade. We have lots of different things going on. We've got food services coming in that's going to be able to host big team events. So whether it's corporate teams, hockey teams, soccer teams, family reunions, whatever it is, we're going to have the space and the areas to do it. With 170,000 square feet, it makes us unique, right? You can pull all of those cool, exciting attractions together in one place, right? With the ropes, the trampoline, the arcade, it all comes together. You can build yourself a different adventure every time you come to the park. So that's the plan. That's phase 1. So for us, phase 1 happens and we're planning for early 2018. That's when we want to have it open to the public. Lots of work to do between now and then to make sure it's ready to go, but we're pretty confident we can hit those timelines. Phase 2, we have things like an indoor electric go-kart track coming in. We have one of the biggest laser tag arenas you've ever seen, about 16,000 square feet of laser tag. We've got things like potentially mini putt. We're going to take this section over here and turn it into a big climbing area, not rock climbing, but adventure climbing, so ropes and one of the things we saw was big Rubik's Cubes you have to climb up. So we're going to make sure we have something for everybody in this space. A couple other things that are really important that we want to make sure we get the message about is we're building a proprietary POS and software system that's going to allow you to track your day. Every person that comes into the building will have a wristband that allows you to track what you're doing in the day, track pictures, photos, And the most important part is track your family. So if you come in with young kids, as soon as they come through the controlled access point, they are safe, and they have about 100 different check-in points throughout the building, so you'll always be able to know where they are and where they checked in last. Right? It'll really control the safety of an environment this big. Right? We've got a bunch of things going on in the next little while that we have to get ready. Right? You saw all the renderings in the back wall. We've signed contracts with some great companies. So Crystal Trum out of Squamish, BC is who's doing our ropes course. They're one of the biggest players in North America, based here in Canada. This is their biggest project by far, but they're extremely excited. And, I mean, the energy they brought to the project is fantastic. We've got our soft play area coming out of a Canadian location as well. Unfortunately, we sourced our trampoline park out of the U.S., but we've got one group that's just so young and entertaining and so excited about building it. Some of the things on there I've never seen in a trampoline park before, and I've been around a lot for those things. Lastly, I just want to make sure you guys know who can work with on these projects, because it's really important. So Matter and Strict Baldnelli, our architect and engineering group, they've been fantastic. The City of London has been amazing to work with so far on this project. It's been great. Right, we've got some great team members. In the course of the next 2 months, we'll be looking to hire out the staff for the factory. So we'll be reaching out to everybody and through our website, which is launched today. Right, Angela, what's the website?
Factorylondon.ca.
Thefactorylondon.ca is our landing page. So it's not our complete website, but it gives you a good introduction to what we're doing. Okay, so hopefully you guys put it in your calendar for early January or for January of 2018 to come back and have some fun with us. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks, Dan. Next up, I'm going to invite Matt Buckley and his wife, Kristen, to say a few words about their business.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matthew Buckley, and this is my wife and business partner, Kristen Buckley. We're both native to London and former police officers with the London Police Service. And about 8 years ago, we moved to Tobermory, Ontario, and we purchased the Crow's Nest pub. And after about 4 years, we decided to open up a brewery called the Tobermory Brewing Company and Grill. So we started looking for a place to expand our operation. And after many conversations with Paul, we found a place here at the 100 Kellogg. The name was inspired by a prominent feature of the building being two 85-foot stainless steel smokestacks on the south side of the building. The powerhouse has significant features. It was designed by famous architect Albert Kahn, who was the foremost American industrial architect of his day. Since it was constructed back in 1931, the powerhouse has seen many changes. Now we're very, very excited to say it's now going to be a brewery. Renovations have already started. We're looking to take possession of the building in the middle of October, and then we're going to start making our changes to the building. And we're looking at a delivery date of December 5th for our brewer house. It's going to be a 4-vessel, 20 hectoliter, steam-driven brewery. Not too much more I can share about at this point, but when we do open, we are going to provide tours of our facility. We're going to have on-site retail sales, and we're also going to have a small little tap house there for sampling. So other than that, that's all I have to share at this point. Thank you, all the best, and cheers.
I got a feeling those two are probably going to be the most popular people in this building in a couple years. Before we move on, I'd like to acknowledge Jason Salmon from Drexel Industries. Jason, give us a wave. So Jason actually was the first tenant of 100 Kellogg. You may have seen a story that the Free Press did on Jason and his business. But Drexel is one of Canada's best third-party logistics service providers. He's currently in 250,000 square feet within 100 Kellogg, and he employs about 17 people and is looking to hire more. So great news story, complements the multi-use, the diversity that's going to be happening here at 100 Kellogg. Next up, I'd like to ask John Winston, General Manager of Tourism London, to say a few words from a tourism perspective.
Good morning, everyone. About 6 months ago, I had the opportunity of meeting with Paul McLaughlin, the gave me a phone call and he said, John, come on down, we want to share something with you, get your opinion. So I arrived here in this building that I visited numerous occasions in previous years, walked in to see this open, vacant space, and we sat down and he shared his vision along with Dan. And immediately we could see that this was an incredibly unbelievable opportunity to invest in our community, to create a unique destination. It's something that we've lacked for many, many years. But to be able to create something of this magnitude with the type of financial investment that it's going to take to make it happen, to create something that will attract not only locals, but people from within the region and the province and potentially around the country, was truly an incredible opportunity to address one of those fundamental weaknesses that we have. And when you look around what's going to get done here, if you look at the renaissance that's taking place in East London, you take a look at the activity going on in Old East Village, the Hudson building being revitalized, the Aeolian Hall better than ever, looking at this investment, the investment that the Western Fair is, the Gateway is making with the Western Fair. All of this is creating an entertainment district that will be, quite frankly, one of the finest in the region. So we're honored to be part of it. Paul, we're proud that the McLaughlin family is is involved in all of this. You're honest brokers, you're people who are very ethical. You do what you say, and we're proud to be a part of helping to facilitate the activity and to facilitate its growth. So thank you on behalf of Tourism London and the sector. We're very proud of what you're doing, and we anticipate more visitations to the city that we're currently having. So thank you so much.
Our last speaker today is His Worship Mayor Matt Brown, who will say a few words on behalf of the city.
Wow, this is nothing short of phenomenal. I have to say that when I look around this space, when I think about the history of this site, I can't think of a better fit moving forward. I am absolutely thrilled, and so is all of City Council, that we have such a phenomenal investment happening right in the heart of our city. Now, I've said this before and it's gotten me in trouble, but I'm going to say it again. Old East Village is the coolest neighborhood in London, and this is one more massive reason why that's the case. This is going to be a destination, of course, for Londoners, but people from right across the Western Ontario, 2.5 million people, and I am sure people from right across Canada and beyond as well. Jesse Helmer is the councillor for this area, and he wanted to be here today, but we've been up in Ottawa working extremely hard on some London priorities that fit hand in glove with a project like this. Because right outside the doors of Kellogg's will be the bus rapid transit system that will change the way that we move across the community and change the way that we grow. And he's in Ottawa right now, working very hard on that file with a number of other councillors. I hopped on an airplane last night at about 11 o'clock, landed in London at 12 to be here for this announcement because City Council wanted to communicate to the entire community, to the investors, to everyone involved, just how important this is. And I'm also joined by Councillor Michael Van Holst. So when we look at this multi-use, multi-purpose facility, I can't think of a better fit. I am absolutely thrilled to see this kind of significant, massive investment in our core, and this is going to make not just this neighborhood stronger, this is going to make our entire community stronger. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, folks, in closing, I'd like to thank everyone for coming today. I'd like to thank all of our speakers and everyone behind the scenes who helped get us to where we are today. There's a whole bunch of you, too many to name. You know who you are. We appreciate it. We look forward to working more with you going forward. We look forward to more announcements in 2018 regarding future developments here at this site. Now's the time we'll conclude. The speakers, we're going to break into individual groups. Myself and Paul are going to be available to speak to 100 Kellogg. Matt and his wife will be available to speak to the media about Silver Stacks. Dan will be available to speak to the media about the factory. For everybody else, again, thank you for coming. Take your time. Matt's got a few samples. We have some promotional material over there. Make sure you get a souvenir from today. Media, there's media kits on the table. We'll also be sending out electronically. Thank you very much. We look forward to more of these.